You know what I'm saying? Because I sent some money over there to you. I mean, did you have a problem with the money that I sent? Because you ain't got that much money since then. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got that money since then. You wasn't going to get it nowhere but the one place I was going to give it to you.
Now, what money was that, Bill?
You know the money that you got offered him. When he came back to y'all and wouldn't negotiate. Yeah.
Bum-ass fight.
Then he had that bum-ass fight he had.
Hey, how's it going, LA? I just want to, thank Golden Boy. I want to thank the Zone, for allowing me to showcase my talent on this great card. With that being said, I don't know what's going on here with these two, but you got, they're doing their press conferences and they're doing all the little shows. I'm in the gym grinding. That's what I take pride in. You got Devin trying to be there. I am doing his jump rope. You got Ryan getting flowers thrown at him. While I'm in the gym grinding. So with that being said, man, I'm here to showcase my talents. The co-main event. If it happens to one of these guys pull out, I'll be ready to step in and give them a tougher fight than they would have that day. So with that being said, underdog mentality. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my man.
Hey Ryan, you're not gonna pull out though. Do we need Arnold Barboza for the backup opponent, or are you gonna show up on April 20th?
Barclay, April 20th. Are you gonna be there?
No comment. Ryan, are you gonna be there? Or you gonna go on your phone? Ryan, Queen Ryan, are you gonna be there? Are you having a panic attack over there, Ryan? What's going on?
Devin, just a few years ago, you were being called by a lot of people.
I'm willing to fight the best fighters in the world. I've been saying this for a while now, so I'm not like a, I'm not picking fights. I'm trying to fight the best fighters in the world.
Shakur called you a duck for offering him a 75-25 split. Your response to Shakur is?
Shakur know what time it is with me. At the end of the day, he know that my offer was legitimate, and if he wanted to really believe in himself, if he believed that I was everything that he claimed that I was, and he would have took the fight. It was the most money that he would have ever made, and it's that he would have made all his fights put together with that 25%, and that's facts. That's 100%. And if it felt like I was so easy, so green, whatever he says, a bitch, then he would have took the fight, and he would have had a shot at undisputed titles like I did.
Shakur, he said Haney ducked him. What's your response to that?
Come on now, you know better. You know better than that. Obviously, you can't say that someone has ducked you when you have an offer on the table. The offer, although someone might look at it and say 25%, when you're talking about 25% of, say, 16 million, that's $4 million. Of course, $4 million is more than Shakur has ever
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. If you talk about a fight being double that or anything like that, well, then you can obviously, that would be $8 million for him. I think that I don't want to say anything bad about Shakur, but I don't think that he wanted that fight. I don't think at 50%, that keep saying 50-50 and you don't have a belt, that's something that you want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. What I did was, when we first initially talked, we talked about a flat fee. So I asked Mr. Stevenson and, through the attorney over at Top Rank, who that's what Shakur opted to speak to the attorney and have the attorney call me, right? Mm-hmm. Let me rewind it back. So, Shakur supposedly sent Devin some bottles.
Okay.
At a club.
Yeah,
right?
that was Devin.
Infamous everything.
Yeah.
Devin asked me, what's going on? What are you talking about sending some bottles? Now, prior to that, we had been talking to Top Rank. The Top Rank lawyer had been calling me, and we've been talking. No contract, no numbers, none of that kind of stuff had been presented. Devin asked me, what's up with the bottle? What's up with this? I called the Top Rank attorney, and I said, hey, what's up with this? He said, I'm going to reach out to Shakur and them and see what's going on. He says, no, Bill, I don't have an offer for you, right? He comes back to me. I said, well, this is easy, right? I said that you just gave Devin 2.8 to go across the water, and he only had, Devin had one belt. Shakur doesn't have a belt. So I said, well, 2.8, doesn't that sound about right? He says, no. He came back, he said 50%. I came back, I said, no, we give him a little bit more than that, maybe 3 point something, 3.5, something like that. He said no. He came back 50. I then told Dev, I said, man, dude don't want to fight. He said, what is he talking about? I said, he's saying 50-50. I said, Dev, 50-50 is crazy. That don't sound like the guy who wants to fight at all. He said, have you ever heard some shit like that? I said, no. So I did my research, my due diligence, looked up other fights to see what percentages have happened in different fights. And I saw 80-20 with Usyk and Dylan White. And then, so I researched some more, and I saw 75-25 with other fighters, but it was only involving one belt. So I told Dev, right? Dev said, give me the 25%. I called Top Rank's attorney now. I said 25%. He called back to me and he says, look, we need to start going another way. Start talking about some other options. So I didn't think nothing of it. Shakur started talking shit and came out and said, well, you know that I wasn't going to sign the 25%. And Devin said, openly, he said, sign the contract. That's what he said. You know what I mean? And we waited a few more days, nothing. Then we go and start talking about finalizing the Regis Prograde deal. Yeah. I hear this shit come back up with the Shakur Stevenson shit, but I always heard, and they always got information. Every message came from that gentleman was he wasn't doing the fight unless the fight was 50-50.
So I guess that's when the talks just...
There was no more talks. There's never been any realistic talks on his part to me. And he always came back to the media saying stuff. He never came back and called, or he never had, you know what I'm saying? Jay called me, or none of that. It was always him talking to the media, and then the 50% that the attorney said. Okay. So while me negotiating back and forth with the attorney never said anything under than 50%. Oh, okay. There was no counter. There was no, I just said a couple of different ways that just right now, I'm just telling you, 2.8, 3.5, 25%, that's 3 different offers. That's 3 different times I done talked to them people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, for the record, let the record reflect, it wasn't me and it wasn't my idea, because you would have got 2.8, the same thing, Devin. You should have got less than what Devin got for crossing over, but we were going to give you more than what Devin got, and you didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stop playing, man.
Well, that was the last said, man. They hearing it from your mouth. You setting the record straight on that.
He told Shakur, take the offer, take 25%. Shakur responded back by petitioning to the WBC for 50-50. But that's only on one belt. You demanding the money for one belt. That's not the whole thing. That's not 4 belts. You see what I'm saying? So he told him the opportunity, you want the opportunity, and I thought it was a deal of the lifetime, because you just get one fight at Undisputed, you get 25% of the revenue with a fighter that's not even on Top Rank, and if you agree to the 25%, if Top Rank doesn't pay the money, then we go to purse bid. But you had to agree to the 25%. We wasn't going to agree to no 50-50. And they just had us sign 3 fights to come over there. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Hey, Haney said you rejected 3 offers, one for $2.8 million, another for $3.5 million guaranteed, and the third one for a 75-25 split. What's your response to that?
Haney loves to give y'all a whole bunch of bullshit to make y'all feel good. He gonna give you 3 offers. I never heard no 3 offers. We didn't get past the first part. The first part was when they came to me with the bullshit. I'm like, okay, cool, WBC, what up? I don't know nothing about no other offers that never came to me, never came to my desk, so Haney telling y'all what he like to do for y'all. He like to lie to y'all all day, and y'all fall for that shit. So it's on y'all.
Did you see?
Y'all believe that bullshit?
You see what Bill shared on Instagram? I think it was.
They offered me less than I made in my last 3 fights for supposedly the biggest fight of my career. Well, no, they did offer me.
Okay.
That's true. They just became a 25%. That's what was offered. And honestly, I didn't really even get the offer. Somebody, big powers at Top Rank, called me about this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Hell no, we definitely not doing that. Like, that's dead.